Hey, hi guys, I'm Jitendra here. So I'm with Depesh Mandela. He's a speaker here at our Bangkok. So Depesh, can you share something about your journey? That how did you get started into Facebook ads, man?
Sure. So I actually fell into Facebook ads because I had an affiliate marketing business where I was relying on SEO traffic.
Okay, SEO traffic.
I actually drove a 7-figure revenue using SEO and content marketing.
Wow.
But I made mistakes along the way. And in 2012, I lost all my rankings. And so I needed a new traffic channel.
Okay.
So I started looking at paid search and Facebook ads.
Okay.
And Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And something about Facebook ads, it took me 18 months to figure out, but slowly it started to make sense. And about 18 months later, things clicked into place, and that's when I started to really profit and grow with Facebook ads.
Facebook. So you started your journey into SEO, right? Just like me, like an SEO guy. So how tough was that to rank your site on Google? Means how long you started your SEO journey? How long
So I started with SEO probably around 2007.
Wow.
So my journey into SEO was I was a website manager.
Okay,
So
website
2005 I managed landing pages, analytics, A/B testing, etc. But because I was the technical guy on the website, the SEO marketing manager at the time gave me all the technical stuff to do, like HTML metas and all that kind of stuff.
text,
so
yeah.
I got really interested in that. So then I started looking at SEO and I thought, this makes sense. I can make sense of this. So 2007 I started. I actually lost my job in 2009 and I needed an income. So I took my SEO knowledge and knowledge of affiliate marketing and I merged them both together. And so I started blogging, putting affiliate links, just blog, just trying to get rankings for anything and see what would work. It took me maybe 4 to 5 months to get my first affiliate sale. And that was such a good feeling.
So how did you learn that affiliate marketing means? From what kind of blogs you were following at that time?
So in the UK, there's a big network called Affiliate Window, and they're part of Xanox.
Yes, now Xanox,
and they had a ton of material out, and they had some big affiliates which I started to follow. I can't remember their names, but even like in the US, like Shoe Money, one of the big names, and
Jeremy,
a few other guys
John
like
Chow,
that.
Yeah,
exactly. So I started to kind of learn these names, and I started reading about how they're doing it, what they're doing. I kind of went. I stayed on the white hat side, and I went maybe grey hat, but I never went into the black hat because I don't know, just something didn't appeal for me. Maybe
same here.
Ethics. I don't know. There's nothing wrong if people want to make an income through that.
Yes, I know.
But that's how I learned affiliate marketing. So just reading blogs, looking at case studies, attending events, and just absorbing as much as I could.
Yeah. So Depesh, I've seen your talk in the morning here at ACML. So what can you share just a brief about your talk that you had at ACML, so my audience who are not here, so they can get an idea that what kind of talk did you have?
So the talk I wanted to focus the angle on was high ROAS, so high return on ad spend, but what I call brand-driven performance marketing. So this is an affiliate event, and there's now an e-commerce event. So performance marketing is bread and butter for a lot of people. Performance marketing is get the traffic to the site and convert it. It's all about the numbers and the metrics. What I wanted people to reflect on is the brand experience. Like how are you making customers feel, and are you actually convincing them to buy before actually asking them to buy? There's like a mind trick behind this, that if you make your product, your brand, your photography, your imagery, your video look so compelling, it will trigger something in them that they want the product. And then when you offer them the opportunity to buy, they'll buy it. Okay, and it becomes cheaper and it becomes more profitable.
Of course, yeah. So what do you think about the future of e-commerce in 2019?
Oh, it's still huge. I mean, there's so much opportunity still. Like, one of the things I talked about in the talk was scaling across countries. Like, people get fixated with US and UK and big markets and things like that, but there's so much more potential. And where I see people getting stuck is, if I want to launch in Germany or Spain, I need to translate, to do currencies, etc. But my talk was a demonstration of we didn't do that. We tested with the English language. We tested whichever currencies we had on the site. We had Euro, and we just looked for traction. When you find traction and you find that there's opportunity to grow in a country, then look at translations, then look at making the journey more tailored to that country. So don't invest up front. Don't get all your translations done for Germany, Spain, etc., because it's a waste of time. Test first, test fast, see where the opportunities are, and then take it from there.
So people can run, means if I want to run ads on Spain, I can try English language still.
It's such a universal language.
Okay, what kind of the targeting will be there at that point?
I generally use the same targeting that I would for other countries. So if I have interests that are working in US or UK, I'll test them in Spain. Okay. If not, then I'll key them into audience insights, select Spain and see what comes up. What other affinities there are, for example, or what other big pages are in Spain. I can key into audience insights and find other interests as well.
Right. So do you use Instagram influencers for your e-com stores?
Yeah, absolutely. So the thing about influencers is you need to find someone who's going to take your product or brand seriously. The problem with influencers is because it's become such a big kind of keyword, a buzzword, everyone's like the influencers are making so much money out of this.
Of course.
But I would probably say 80-90% of it is trash. Like that it's not really good quality influencer campaign. So in my talk, I talked about a huge partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
That's a huge influencer. Not everyone can afford that, but it doesn't have to be that big. But you know, when an influencer really believes in your product and they actually use it and they share it on their timeline, not just one post and it says sponsored and then they take your product and they throw it in the bin the next day. But when they repeatedly post and they've actually connected with the product, then that gives you traction.
Of course. So how do you find these kind of influencers? Are you using any kind of tools to find out in your niche?
Yeah, absolutely. So the ones I've used in the past, there's a website called Whaler and one called Hey for Influencers, and there's a few other ones out there like that, but you have to do the work and really sift them out. So like the same happens with PR. So when you're looking for a good PR story, you need a good PR site, you need a good angle, and put the package together. Same works with influencers. You have to put the effort in. You can't just dish your product out to 100 influencers and expect massive performance, because you need to almost interview them and work through them systematically as well.
Right. So what kind of best Facebook automation tools you're using right now for your business and your clients? Can you share?
So the main tool I use is RevealBot. That makes a huge difference on optimization. So like one of the simplest strategies I revealed at Affiliate World a few days ago was something I called Ad Sniper. So it's literally cutting out bad performing ads. People don't do this enough. So it's literally taking one or more ad sets, looking at all the ads within that, and just kill any that are below your target, whether it's CPA or ROAS or CPL. Just kill them. RevealBot allows you to automate that. So you can say if it's below this level, kill it. So you're saving money, but in the opposite way, if an ad set is performing really well, then up the budget, and you can automate all these tasks. So we have lots of complicated rules that help us to manage workflow so that I can work with many, many clients with complex campaigns and ad sets, but we set the rules and the machine does everything for us. The cool thing about RevealBot is it plugs into Slack. So we have a Slack channel per client for all the alerts. So my team know to go in and check if something's been paused or a budget's been increased, check it out. The other tool that we use is Supermetrics. It's such a time saver. That allows us to take the data from Ads Manager, push it into Google Sheets, and we barely touch Ads Manager to analyze our campaigns because everything we need is in different Google Sheets as well.
It's different Google Sheets. So Depesh, you will be in India right now for...
I'm hoping to be.
Yeah, hoping to be in India. So what kind of plans do you have for other Asian countries? Will you be a speaker there also?
So my plans coming up, I've got Las Vegas coming up in January.
Okay, January.
Potentially India in February. I mean, for me that means a lot because I am Indian.
And he's Indian. He really don't look like Indian, but he's actually an Indian,
Brought up in London. My parents actually were brought up in East Africa. My grandparents were brought up in Gujarat. So my roots are there, and I'd love to be able to give more back to my people, essentially, in other Indians as well. So if that's possible, I'd love to do that. Then in April, I'm in Fiji, and potentially in May or June, I might be in Philippines, and after that, I don't know.
Okay. So Depesh, one of the most important question in entrepreneurial life is how do you keep a balance between personal and professional life? It's very tough because our job is like we are continuously working like 24 hours. Like hey, it's these campaigns and that campaigns. It's like so much of hectic. So how do you keep balance between your personal and professional life?
I'll be honest, I'm still working that one out because I actually have 4 children.
Oh my God!
I need to make sure that I give them the time. With my first 2 children, I did not do that. I was working too much. And it took me having the 3rd child to actually slow down and appreciate my children, because I got to the point where I was seeing pictures of my children and I had no memory. Like I didn't really experience it. There's a difference between being present and actually being mindful of the situation. So for example, if you're out with your kids and you're checking your phone for alerts and stuff, you're not really with your kids.
No, you're not.
There'd be occasions where I would read a bedtime story, but I'm still checking messages and stuff, and I had to move away from that. So like, for example, right now between 5 and 8 in the evening, I block out. There's no work, it's just all about the kids.
For your family.
Absolutely. So I'm still working on that. Like for example, with my wife, we work on date nights. Like you have to remember that there's a reason you got together. You first started off dating, The mistake I made and many married people make is when you get married and you have kids, you forget that you were a couple once. You're not just mum and dad, you're actually a couple. Now the worst thing is when your business starts to merge with pleasure and you don't really separate that time out, that becomes a problem, and that's my next big challenge, to really manage that better.
It's very tough, man, to be very honest, because you are handling 4 kids and your business, it gets so much of hectic, right?
Absolutely,
True.
absolutely.
So Depesh, do you want to share any 3 best Facebook strategies for someone who is just starting out right now on Facebook ads?
Sure, so the first thing I would start off with is, whether you're running affiliate, e-com, or whatever it is, you've got 2 things to balance out: the traffic and the conversion,
Traffic
right?
and conversion.
And I see a lot of people either focusing too heavily on one or the other. So either, for example, I've seen store owners create e-com stores and spend months and months perfecting the logo, the product page, etc., etc. Learn and test fast. Get your store up, get your products up. Don't stress about making it the best it can be, because until you get traffic in, you don't even know if that product's going to sell.
Yeah,
So really
true.
fast iterative testing. The second thing is, when it comes to driving traffic, learn some of the basics of how you're actually going to get the best value from that traffic. So
Right.
I've seen lots of bad advice on, just run a traffic campaign objective in Facebook and just get as many clicks as you can. You need to understand that the different objectives that Facebook give are different quality of audiences as well. So if
Right.
you're going for a traffic campaign,
Right.
all Facebook says is, I want to give you as many clicks as I can send. If you go for a website conversion campaign, then you're telling Facebook, this conversion event matters to me. So
This
whether it's
matters.
add to cart or
Add to
purchase,
cart.
then Facebook goes after different people.
Okay.
And so it's kind of getting your mind behind, you're literally going to Facebook and it has a menu.
Right.
And you're going to that menu and saying, right, I want that and I want to pay this much, etc., etc. So you need to understand that. The third thing I would say is always focused on the user value, whether it's your ad or your conversion or post-purchase experience. When you focus on the user, you keep Facebook happy. When you keep Facebook happy, you get lower CPMs, you get more profitability. So I think that's the biggest thing I'd
That's
do.
the key. So how did you build a relationship with Facebook wrap people? Because it's
Sure.
right, because everyone is asking this question, and how I can find someone from Facebook so my accounts don't get banned. So how do you deal with that thing?
So having an account rep is not a solution to all your problems. There's different levels of account reps, and
Yeah.
at the very basic level, it's good to have a contact,
Okay.
but don't expect they're going to give you a ton of insights, because chances are, as you start to learn Facebook ads, your knowledge will surpass those kind of basic level reps,
Right.
because they're all there to learn as well with you. But having a rep there is obviously useful. You can bounce things off and get some responses, but ad accounts, getting them back, I would say don't let them get lost in the first place, because as boring as policy is, it's all part and parcel of running Facebook ads. So you need to understand what's good and bad. If you intentionally work on things that are against policy, then you take that burden on yourself.
Right.
And you need to be prepared to grovel and try and get your campaigns, ad accounts back. If you do get it banned, then just write to their support team and explain that
Why?
you know you did wrong and why it went wrong, and
Have
you're
you
going
ever
to
got
fix
your
it.
Facebook account back?
Honestly,
getting
I've never lost an account, but clients have, and I've
Okay.
helped them get them back. And it's about rectifying the problem
Okay.
and showing that you've rectified. So for example, 3-4 months ago, a client lost their account because their landing page had before and after pictures. So a lot of people know that you can't have it in ads, but did you know you can't have it in your landing page as well?
Oh shit.
So he lost his account. And so we went back and said, look, we've fixed up the page, and that was fine, and we got it back. So there will be occasions where you don't know, and you honestly feel like it's been banned for no reason.
Being banned for no
Then
reason.
you need to go back and try and figure out why. Sometimes it might be a mistake as well, so
Sure.
don't give up on it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Depesh, for sharing a lot of great stuff about your journey and Facebook ad strategy. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it, and hope to see you in India.
Absolutely.
So, thank you so much again. So guys, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep enjoying more video interviews. Bye. Take care. We did it like